Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, this is just a little bit of a catch up. First, my apologies for the complete lack of videos over the holiday time. Some of you are aware that quite a lot didn't go to plan, and yeah, basically I sort of fell off my perch again. It happens from time to time. This is the joys of dealing with your mental health side of things. It doesn't take a lot to knock you off your perch. You know, I have quite set ways and routines each day, and when things start taking you out of that sort of comfort zone, it knocks you about. I wished it didn't. I've probably said before, I'd swap this for a broken arm, broken leg, anything. I'd swap it instantly, because it is an extremely difficult thing to deal with sometimes. I know some of you who haven't experienced anything like that, it's probably difficult to understand. Those who do experience it will probably fully understand what I'm saying. It probably sounds stupid to some, but it can be quite a difficult thing to deal with sometimes. But anyway, I had a bit of time off the filming. Although things have been continuing in here, I've been getting on with the GS. We will catch up with that. I actually have the frame coming back this week, and I've pretty much got all the other bits ready. As you can see, I've got the wheel here and the other wheels down there. I've been tidying these up. We'll probably like jump in and catch up with me doing this. They actually ain't too bad. They're coming up really nice. I've had a good look around this one. It don't even need painting, this one don't. It's coming up like new, which is brilliant. Not to cast my eye completely over the other wheel, but I'm hoping that's pretty much the same. But this one is fantastic. It's cleaning up really quick and really nice, and it looks like it needs no paint. It's just the aluminium on it, typical. It's, you know, with the road grime and everything like that. It's suffered a tiny bit with that, but it's coming up nicely. I'm not going to polish these. I'm just going to get a nice clean alloy finish on the bare parts, and like I say, the paint's coming up nice. Anyway, yes, frame's coming back this week, so this is going to come together quite quickly and finally be done and off. I can't wait. It'll be one massive thing ticked off the list. It really will. And after that, I've got 3M fields and a BSA to sort out. Not much to do on the BSA. That will be dragged in soon. I'll do that. The 3M fields, they're more or less going to sort of evolve together, because these ones are all pretty much the same but different colours. So yeah, I've done a few of them, so they'll be sort of water off a duck's back, and we'll get them done and gone fairly quickly. I just need this GS out the way ASAP. So I'm going to be working early mornings, late nights, weekends and everything on that as soon as I've got all the bits, so it comes together and goes. But after this, I'm going to change things slightly. So I've got the 2 Enfields for people, and we have got the 1 Enfield that is the special sticker bike, which is part done, to be honest. Most of the hard work's done on that, and this one here, a lot of the hard work's done on that, and so they'll come together quite quickly. But after this, I have decided not to do it again for the foreseeable future. It's one of the things that's not going well in my mind. This year I'm trying to correct a lot of things on the personal side of stuff and in here, which affects everything. So after this, I'm doing no more bikes that sort of involves people. It's nothing against people at all. Everyone has been absolutely fantastic and fully understanding with my personal situation, and no one's jumping up and down and screaming, and I can't thank everybody enough for that, because it's a tiny bit of relief, although I cause a lot of the stress myself, because when things go wrong it holds up in here, it slows me down, and then it's just a massive knock-on effect with everything. So after this I'm doing no more. Maybe I'll consider it way down the line somewhere, I don't know. So after this I'll be just getting my own bikes in, and I've got the turbo bike to do and the Ural. They're on the list, they're going nowhere, so they will be sort of the first bikes I attack. The turbo bikes are a completely different ball game. There's quite a lot of money to be thrown at that, so wherever I am, that will come in when I am able and ready to do it. So yeah, I'll be buying bikes in and doing them in my time, exactly how I want to do them, and then sell them at the end of it. And that way I can really concentrate on the filming for YouTube. Knowing I've not got to get this bike to somebody, I can really take my time and cover every single bit of detail. I've got loads of ideas whizzing around in my head to do all sorts of different builds, and maybe some restorations as well over time. I'd like to do that. And yeah, I can cover quite a lot more with the videos and share all sorts of weird and wonderful tricks. I haven't really scratched the surface yet. I've got so many ideas. So I'll be looking forward to that when we are completely free and I can completely focus on each build. And then if I have any upsets on the personal side of things, I know I'm not holding anybody's work up, which is completely unfair. I get that, and that stresses me out quite a lot. It really does. Doing it this way, at least that bit will be gone. I'll no longer have to think about that. So that'll be a massive help. So like I say, from then on it was going to be my own stuff, but it will be for sale at the end of it. So hopefully that'll correct a bit. There's lots of other things I've got to put right, which is going to take time. And this year I plan on solving a lot of problems that keep reoccurring and knocking me back, and it needs to go away. You know, it's ridiculous. I am knocking on a bit. I'm in my 50s, and I want some goodness in life. I thoroughly enjoy doing this channel, although like what's just happened, it's the personal side of things that does this. It does get knocked back from now and again, and I want to get rid of that. I want to correct that and really put my heart into this channel and everything I do with the bikes. The main ingredient is always going to be building or messing with bikes, but I also do want to continue with my little travels, because I thoroughly enjoy that. It's time out for me. I try and do things that are sort of off the beaten track and not your normal touristy type things, just to make it interesting. I actually have a little trip out planned this week, because Christmas has been so up and down. I haven't really had any time off. I was in here doing stuff Christmas Day, I was in here doing stuff Boxing Day and so on, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I was plodding along in here constantly just to try and focus and keep my head out of other areas. And yeah, this week I'm actually going to have a couple of days off, and I've got something really exciting. Well, I think it's exciting. I've got something planned, and I am going to film it because I do enjoy doing that. It is slightly bonkers, no, it's a lot bonkers. It's probably completely stupid. And I'm really looking forward to it a lot. I really am. I can't wait just to go and have a break, actually. If anything else, I just to go off and switch off. While I'm waiting for the GS frame to come in, which is 100% this week, it'll just give me a little break before we really get tucked into that and get this thing in one piece. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully you'll enjoy it when I share it with you guys. So yeah, it's always going to be about bikes, but I do like the travel stuff, and I intend to sort of have a mix up of that all through this year and so on. I plan around July time, if all goes well. That'll give me enough time to get all this lot sorted, as in all the bikes. I plan a big trip, just to sort of a reset. I don't know what my camera's doing, it's just done something funny. I don't know if that'll come out in the video. Hopefully it's alright. Please, no more problems with cameras and computers. I don't know. Yeah, I plan a big trip this July. I have been saving little bits of euros for quite a while, and I plan to go off in July all round Europe. I've given myself no time limit. The only thing that's going to limit it is obviously the financial side of it, which I am seriously considering selling the KTM. I barely use it. It's the way things have gone in here. I've just not had time to use it, and to swap a bike that I barely use and turn it into memories of travelling, I think is going to be a lot better. So yeah, I'll set a date where I go and just keep riding. I'm pretty much going alone, doing most of it solo. I'm telling everyone, some of the people that I sometimes do travel around with, if you wish to tag along, good chance you'll be making your way back home on your own, because I'll be just carrying on. To keep costs down, I plan to spend many a nights under the stars, which I thoroughly enjoy doing as well, especially around the Alps and all that. It's just stunning. I've done it before, where I've just parked up, laid down by my bike and grabbed a few hours sleep and jump on the bike and off again. And just probably once or twice a week have a night in an hotel just to charge everything up, do an edit. So I'm taking all my equipment with me so you can follow the journey. I've got a lot of interesting places planned that I think you guys will find interesting, and hopefully we'll just turn it into a nice series of videos and a good story. That's the plan, and it's going to be much needed. It's going to be my little breakaway and a proper reset. So hopefully you'll enjoy following that and stick with me. That's the main thing. And again, a massive amount of thanks for sticking with me. That does amaze me. It really does, because yeah, it's been a bit up and down, hasn't it? Hopefully things are going to get better. I've really got to focus on that this year and correct a lot of things. It's just going to take time. It's one of them. I don't want to turn this into a channel like some people do, where they're just sitting and moaning and ranting all the time. This is the escape. This is the bit I want to keep good and happy. But sometimes it does crash. But we'll try and eliminate that as much as possible. So yeah, I enjoy doing this channel. I absolutely love it. I enjoy sharing what I do. And I always see it as just me messing about. I don't want to claim to be anything fantastic. It's just me messing about, where we're messing with bikes or going off for a ride and meeting friends and stuff like that. It's just bloke stuff, I guess. and yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it, and hopefully we can keep it going from strength to strength. Long term, yes, personal side of things, a lot's got to change. A lot of stuff drags me down and it gets quite upsetting and causes this lack of videos, and it's got to change. Some stuff's got to change. It really has. I've often thought about sort of moving all this somewhere where I can get my head down and work through the night, and because I'm rubbish at sleeping. That's nothing to do with anything. I've always been like that. As long as I can remember, I can always fire away on 3-4 hours sleep, sometimes 2. It doesn't affect me. I've always been like that. And obviously here I can't make noise or anything like that. That gets quite frustrating. So long term, if this channel goes from strength to strength, it'd probably be nice to get somewhere where it's all mine, I'm in control of it, and I can do what I wish at all hours. But that's way off. And a nice place for Blue as well, so we can roam around in some sort of yard and be happy. Have his own little sofa in the corner that he can have a sleep on. He's obviously high priority as well, little Blue. He's a massive part of my life. I've been doing some walks with him just to clear my head, and he's amazing. I love Blue to bits. He proper, on the dullest day, he can put a smile on your face. I'll show you a little bit of the walks. I've been trying the camera out with different scenarios. Here's a little bit of his walk. He is nuts.
We all know Blue's nuts. What on earth are you doing? His ice breaking. You are completely insane. And then we've got this one. You can't even walk properly on the ice. You're like Bambi. Oh God. Yeah, he does not care, as you can see. I think you've broke it all, Blue. No, a couple more bits to do. Look at it. Look at the state of Bodie. Oh my God. Blue, come here. Blue, look at me. Oh dear. Come on, let's move away from that. Oh God. I've just carried Bodie halfway around this big field. I'm going to have to go and pick him up again because he's crying. Oh my God, you can stay at home next time tomorrow. Come on, you can make it to me. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and pick you up. Oh dear.
Anyway, as you can see, he enjoys it. That day was absolutely freezing, and he's a dog. He loves mud and puddles and getting filthy. If he is happy, that's fine with me. As you can see, Bodie wasn't too happy, and I ended up carrying him sort of 90% of the walk. So it wasn't a walk for Bodie, it was a carry. Because his poor little paws were cold. But anyway, Blue enjoyed it. So yeah, there's a lot to sort out. I'm doing my utmost best for it not to affect the videos, but my apologies, it sometimes does. When you've got that big black cloud hanging over your head, it's very difficult to turn that camera on, put a smile on your face and make videos. It's close to impossible when you know the mental crash is big, and you know it is a difficult thing to do sometimes. I've had many people contact me, oh, I've tried filming myself and I can't do it, I can't talk. It is difficult, it's hard. If you haven't tried it, try it. Put a camera in front of you and try and talk to it. It can be a bit, it's unnerving sometimes, but you know, it gets easier as time goes by. It really does, and it turns into being thoroughly enjoyable. You just got to get past that and stick with it, because it is hard sitting on your own, having a full-on conversation with a camera. I know it's sort of relaying to you guys, you get that in the end, but in the beginning you can't get that in your head. You're just talking to a camera and it's really strange, but you just get used to it and it becomes the norm, and then obviously you're interacting with everybody in the comments and everything when your video goes out, so it makes it all worthwhile. Massive thank you for all the people who do comment, who support the channel on every single level. It really is appreciated, and thank you to all the people that have got in touch with me over the last week or two, the last few days more so. What tends to happen when I disappear off YouTube, I get sort of bombarded with messages of people to seeing if I'm all right, which is amazing. You know, these people, a lot of you guys I've never even met. So the support of people you've never even met is just mind-blowing. It's amazing, and I thoroughly appreciate it. I probably don't get back to every message because it's close to impossible, but I do try. So if anyone sent messages and I haven't got back, my apologies. It just gets lost in all the messages that come in, and if I went through them all, I'd have to sit down for hours and hours and hours, and I'm then flicking them through them. So I do try and pick out some and just answer them. So my apologies if I haven't replied to any messages, and maybe your next message I will see and give you a little reply. I do try it, but it does get too much, and I am completely rubbish with my phone and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm old. I'm at that age where the little phone devices and computers are a bit, whoa, I only know the basics. Talking of computers, we've now got a new one. At last. That's been another thing. The computer I've been using, it's been fantastic, to be fair. Simon gave me that computer to help me out. Well, that's probably nearly 2 years ago now, and it served its purpose. It's got through. I have no clue how it's got through. Since doing a lot of research on computers, that actually shouldn't have been doing the job I was doing with it, or not doing it very well. It hasn't done it very well. What am I on about? But it's certainly got me through and been a massive help. But some of the edits just started getting a bit too much. Although I had it on auto save, so every few minutes it's supposed to auto save all your work, and now and again I'd just have a big crash. I'd go into where it's supposed to save it and it's gone. So I had many battles with the editing as well, edits that I should probably have tied up in an hour, 2 hours. Some of them took 5 hours through battling along with the computer crashing. You know, the computer was knocking on a bit, and it was just getting more of a struggle, but it's definitely served its purpose and helped me out. It really has. I can't sort of poo-poo the computer, because without that there would have been no videos. So it has been a tremendous help. The new one, I've probably gone a little bit over the top with its capabilities. Just in case I get better at it, the computer will cope with it. I know my editing's very basic and everything, but it sort of gets the story and message across in each video, I think. So this one is proper fast. It's amazing. You press a button, bang, it's there. You press the internet, boom, it's straight up. It's wow. It's a novelty. I'm doing stuff just to see how fast it goes. It's amazing. It gets the footage out of the camera really fast. It gets the footage out, the editing to your documents really fast. So yeah, it's going to be a pleasure to do the editing again. It really is, because like I say, the other ones served me well, but it really started to struggle, and that was getting quite frustrating. So this year started off not too well, but at least we've got a better camera, we've got a better computer. I've been slowly working on other things that are going to help throughout the year when I go out, stuff to go out. The previous camera, as you know, had some funny splodge appear on the screen. That was a GoPro 8, and I didn't know what it was to start with, but after putting my glasses on and having a look, something's hit the lens. That's what's causing this splodge. Whether it's a bit of grinding or welding, but there's virtually a hole in the lens. It's only tiny, but obviously with that being so close to the actual lens, it's picking it up. For some reason, GoPro on the GoPro 8 stopped doing the detachable lens cover. On this one, you can actually take this one off. It clicks around, and you take it off, and you can replace it. So if anything hits this one, it's just a replacement lens that clicks on and twists, and it's done. But the GoPro 8, for some reason, they removed that option. But after a bit of research, I found a company in Canada that do replacement lenses and a tool to remove the old one, and then you just stick the new one on. So a company, I think it's called Camera Butter, or something like that. Anyway, I've got one coming, so we can get that GoPro 8 back up and running, which will be really useful, especially for the little trips out. I can, you know, put the camera on my helmet, one on the bike and such like, and always carry one around. So it'd be useful to get that back up and running. So that new lens cover should be here very, very soon. I might even do a little video on that. If it helps someone who's got a GoPro 8 that's damaged the lens, who thinks they've got to send it back and pay a load of money for someone to fix it, this might help them. I don't know. I might even make it even worse trying to fix it, but we'll see. I'll give it my best shot to get the camera back up and running again. Anyway, hopefully that'll be here soon. What else have we got? Oh, there's been so much going on while I've been off the channel. There really has. Quite a lot going on. Some of it, yeah, I don't want to sit here and moan about stuff. I just want to sit here and give you an update. So I'll leave a lot of it out. I'm not going to sit here and start ranting and moaning. I do not want to do that. So the cameras and computers are all up to date. Everything should be better there. It may take a couple of edits. I think this should look all right. I've had a mess with the camera for indoor stuff, but when I'm out and about, it may take a couple of edits to get used to everything and all the settings. We'll see. I'll try and do it as quick as possible, so you ain't getting horrible dark footage or too bright or whatever, and rubbish sound and all that. It may take a few vids, and we'll get it right eventually, as I do. It'll never be the most amazing editing, but you guys seem to enjoy it, which is the main thing. So yeah, I think that about covers it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm off out tomorrow actually with a good friend. Good old Gertrude, the lorry driver. He's a proper solid friend, he is. He comes on quite a lot of trips with me actually. He's always in the background. He doesn't like to be on camera because he thinks Hollywood's not ready for him yet, so he doesn't like the camera pointing at him. But quite often he's there in the background with me, and he's going to be here on this little trip with me this week. And he's also just bought a drone. I have never ever had a mess about with one of them at all. I know loads of YouTube channels, they've all got drones and stuff. I've never really bothered with it because most of the stuff was in here, you see, and the drone's pretty pointless. But he's just bought one. Wow, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. I definitely want one. At some point I want to get a drone for the outdoor stuff. I had a little go with it. I couldn't believe how easy it was to fly. It's a DJI. Oh God, what model is it? I don't know, I forgot. DJI Pro something, I think. I've completely forgot what it is. I know it's a DJI, but it's like 4K camera, and it is so smooth. I was amazed when I had to go with it the other day, how much this drone's correcting itself in the wind, and the footage is rock solid. Truly amazing. And like I say, it's so easy to fly. And on the couple of days out, we're taking this with us, so I might even get some aerial shots with a drone. I've had to do this online theory test so I can operate it as well, because if I don't do things like that, I've got that much luck, I'll be the one that gets caught. So I've done an online theory test so you can be an official drone pilot. It's a 40 question test, and amazingly I got 36 right. I think that's the best I've ever done in some form of exam test type thing. 36 out of 40. I was over the moon actually. I was so pleased. How stupid is that? I was so pleased. So I get this completely useless piece of paper that I'll keep in my pocket if I go out with Richard and have a go on his drone, that tells me that I can officially, legally operate it. We have to go, obviously you have to go all through the rules, and then you have this theory test to basically see how much you've actually read. So 36 out of 40 wasn't bad for me. I was quite pleased with that, and it was a pass, which is the main thing. So maybe further down the line I will grab one of these things, and it'd be just nice on the little trips out, especially some of the plans that I've got in July time. It would be absolutely amazing to have one of them for that. Even, you know, you've got places where you can't quite get to, you can send that thing over, and as long as you're within the rules, obviously, not flying it over loads of people and stuff. But most of the places I go are remote and completely out of the way of everybody, so it would be an ideal addition to the kit. So yeah, I might look into getting one further down the line, probably, hopefully, before summer, we'll see. I think that's about it. Again, my apologies for the lack of videos. I'm trying to do my utmost best on personal side of things, where this doesn't happen again, hopefully, but I have got a lot of things that I need to iron out on the personal side of life to make things better, and some decisions are going to be big and everything, and I've just got to make them and get on with it, and hopefully keep it to a minimum where it's affecting my well-being. Really, I've come to the point where I've got to say, I don't like to use the word selfish, because I like to try and help people when I can, but I've got to be a bit better at looking after myself, I think, because it's part of the problem. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Again, my apologies for the lack of videos. It's just one of them. Hopefully we'll be up and running now. I'm going to kickstart it with this little trip out, and when I come back, the frame will be ready to go and collect. So it's worked out nice actually, although I've been sort of trickling away all over Christmas. This couple of days out has worked out nice to tie in line with the frame being ready. So yeah, I'm just going to go away, thoroughly enjoy my time out, make the utmost most of it, and enjoy every second of it, and come back refreshed. It's only 2 days, but it's definitely going to help refresh the mind and get some proper focus in here. That's the plan. Anyway, I hope you've all taken care. I hope everybody who suffers with this craziness in the mind will understand, and those who don't will understand. I hope you guys are getting through. I really do. It can be a difficult time of year for a lot of us. I have a lot of people message me, and some of the turmoil that they have in their lives is just heartbreaking, to be honest. And I hope you're all doing your absolute best to keep your chins up and get through the bad times. We'll do it. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.